How are you doing, folks? Welcome back to V&M Podcast. As you can see, we've made our way to St. Stephen's Green here. No, I'm only joking. We're in Sister Saras.
Get an apple here, just.
The background's class, but no, we're in Sister Saras here. The lads here put us up for the night. We just want to say a massive thanks for their sponsorship and putting us up. As you can see, we have a very special guest, Mr. Jason Quigley.
Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, lad.
What's the crack?
Right, we had that organised before we started.
I know what.
What's happening, Jason?
All good, lads. All good. Good to be here. Good to meet you. And
Good
I don't know if I'm excited
Wise.
or excited or worried what's going to happen here. But sure, we'll give it a rattle.
Thanks for coming on, sir. Appreciate
Not
it.
a problem. Hey, not a problem.
You're looking fit. You're off season, are you? You're looking fit, like.
I'm getting married then.
So you have to look fit. Just saying that.
I'm
before
just
we get-
saying I'm taking it.
We put me an antetta out to the side of my face.
John, it's a swap feet. You did say your fly keeps going down for some reason.
Jesus.
Sorry, here.
Hey, bye, bastards.
No, we're here in Saras, folks. So we just want to say the hospitality here is amazing. The dinner they're only after putting us up.
We had a lovely bite to eat there. Steak. We and Jason the steak. It was lovely.
We're under the steak.
We're under the steak.
Still moving now.
Aye,
You
just still
like it
moving.
rare, sir.
He's looking for a burger after a steak.
You're
Can you guys
fucking
not?
right, sir.
I know, Grub's top class.
Thanks,
That's
man.
nice.
Hey, plus tea and everything. Up 3 tea. That's how you know we're getting out, boys.
Funny loves the tea.
Sitting here
You
drinking
chocolate
tea.
biscuit, like, with a
It's just pushed point in the water.
No. So we'll get straight on it, Jason. We just want to chat about obviously yourself because that's why you're here. We don't want to chat about Martin. So
Give me the
So to start off, we just want to know when did it all happen? Obviously, the boxing career. When did that start?
I suppose many years ago now, I was probably 10 years of age when I had my first fight.
Right.
That was actually in the place that I'm getting married now.
Way.
So I'm getting my first fight was
You
in,
fall out with somebody in Jackson.
no, it wasn't meant to be a fight. Like, no, I had my first fight was in Jackson's Hotel, the Pyramid Suite in Jackson Hotel there, and I was only 10 years of age, so it was a non-contest. Like, you have to be 11 years of age before you can
Right.
compete in a contest
Right.
fight. Like,
Did you want to know?
no, I believe, you know.
You believe you answer the door.
But no, I boxed a lad, Noel Ferry from Annagry
Right.
at the time, and I think there's always like a bond. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
whenever you like, it's funny whenever you fight somebody like, and I don't know, is it the same on the street, but
That is
Probably.
you're right, yeah.
Probably not.
whenever you fight with somebody like in the ring, and I think maybe more so as a professional, like there's a wild there's a wild sense of respect, and you know, just there's something there. There seems to be like a wee bond or something. You might absolutely hate the life of each other before it, like, and you just
Is this
I
now
get
as
it.
well?
aye,
All
like,
right.
you know, like
Oh, I'm gonna drive him on the foreheads. And then afterward, you're like,
Aye.
but it always seems to me, even in football, like I want to break that boy up.
100%.
And then after the game, you're like, what a pint of smother. You're like in his hole, something like
But
that.
it's the nature of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go in there and before the fight, geez, nothing about you, fine.
Oh, I don't.
Do you know what
I know what.
you know, you need. There's a certain mindset, and there's a certain mindset you need to get into that ring with. Like, but yeah, definitely after it, you know, there's some sort of.
Do you think that's because the two of you are doing a sport which two of you love? Do you know what I mean? You kind of respect him because he's a boxer and he's doing this his whole life and stuff. Is it not kind of?
Yeah, I think you've a lot in common, like, because
Yeah.
like boxing and, you know, it's not like your normal kind of sport, like,
Mm-hmm.
and people do forget, like, when you get into the ring, like, your life's on the line, like, the amount of
100%.
people that touch wood, like, with the amount of people that have passed away in the ring, it's, you know, it's very sad, like,
Oh, I.
but, you know, you get in there and, ironically, like, that's what you want to do. Like, you know, no, like, you know, like, you,
Oh, no,
want to get in and you want
100%.
to inflict as much pain
Aye.
as you possibly can to that man, and you know, because it's you or him.
He's something to do that to you.
Aye,
That's
like,
what the doctor says to me. He says, lucky you weren't a boxer, because a lot of people know well. Like, That's just
I was fucking trouble. I get the whole show made of it. Jeez, I thought you were handy at the boxing.
Did you ever get a boxer that wasn't wasn't come over and check your
Always
hand
a prick.
after, just a cocky little fucking cunt?
Always a prick guy.
You get the odd one, you have to.
Yeah, you definitely do. Nobody really sticks out in my mind right now that I have kind of came across because they're all kind of humbled a wee bit, after the fight.
Or can I speak?
I can't say it.
But like, there's, as I says, there's that certain air of respect that you get off of somebody, like, and they're still like, look, you'll see it in every sport, like, in the heat of the moment as well. You can say things, you can do things. And,
exactly.
and that could be after a decision, like, that you thought you won the fight and you didn't, and fucking, all this kind of carry on, like, but.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, like, it's mainly online. Like, you see all this ring at each other, and then
Keyboard
they come
warriors, man.
up front face on, like, and you stare them in the eye, and then nothing to say to you.
Aye.
And I think that's when you gauge the true character of somebody, and you gauge the true how much he's willing to bite down the gum shield and how much he's willing to dig into the trenches. Like when you meet him and do that face off, whether it's at a press conference or at the weigh-in, the weigh-ins can always be a little bit nasty, like because you're fucking starving. Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know when you're starving and you're just ready to go through anybody? Like if somebody looked at you wrong, like you'd be like,
angry.
Oh, like aye, 100%. So the weigh-ins are probably where you get the most chance of anything going to start or anything going to erupt. Like. But look, at the end of the day, boxing's a business too. Like, it's not just a sport.
It's a professional too, at the end of the day. Like, you need to respect.
But see a boy being like that, being cocky and not fucking, and you were to fight him again, you just want to put his nose on the back of his fucking head. That'd make you even oof.
That's where you have to control the
I'll tell you
like,
that.
because like in boxing, just one shot can change everything. Like, there's the amount of men that you're in fighting, and 10, 12 rounds, and you can be absolutely hammering somebody over 8, 9, 10 rounds, and then
one drop
and slapping, it's all over. Like, so you need to learn how to challenge and manage those emotions of wanting to absolutely rip the head in.
James, you ever fucking cunt?
For something that he said to you, like, do you know what I mean?
Even out in the car park, snap.
It's
But that's what makes boxing such an exciting sport too.
That's what I have said about boxing over the years. Like, right, look, I grew up on a council estate and everything like that there. So you come from that kind of really hard working, striving for everything you have in life, and everybody's behind you, like, and because you're not meant to really succeed, like, do you know what I mean? Your path isn't to become a fucking doctor or a scientist or all this kind of carry on, like, and it's just the environment that you're in and the environment that you're around kind of makes you think that in your mindset. But like anybody that goes and starts achieving, like, you get it from boxing. Like, you get doctors, you get very well educated people that are like, Jesus, that boxing's unreal, how do they do it? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just they're sensible enough not to do it. Like, that's one way about it too. But then you get the people, that come from that hard working background, that hard upbringing, that they have to fight for everything they got. Do you know? So you get it from that's why boxing's so popular. Like, and you hear, doesn't matter if you're watching darts or football or whatever it is, like the commentary will always go to like, oh, he needs a knockout blow, his back's against the ropes here. Do you know? He's swaying with the punches, and stuff like this here. Boxing's always related into every sport, like, on the commentary. Like, I often heard it loads of times, and look, it's a very much. I think it's a very respected sport.
Oh, it is.
All over the world. Like.
Even when you see the respect boxers have for each other after their own, after bleaching the item on, you know what I mean?
It's like you play football, people say, what training do you do? People go and do the boxing training.
They're
playing football, because it's that.
Not even football, a lot of sports.
It's
good training,
it's
isn't it?
The cardiovascular stuff you get from it and all that, correct?
Like, I love, somebody gets into the ring, like, that probably has an opinion of boxing, or, has some sort of idea of it in their head, And when they get into the ring, like, they might do the pads or they might do the bags, but when you get into the ring with somebody in front of you that's ready to hit you, like,
Different story.
you see people, like, they just, like, it's like a rabbit in the headlights,
I'd
because
say, yeah.
they're using after 30 seconds, they're fucked, like,
Yeah.
because you're not
yeah.
just thinking of throwing, you're thinking of not getting hit, and you're tense, you're tight, you're panicky, you're all up in a heap, like, and that drains so much energy, like,
You don't think it.
and you don't realize it, and that's why people, I think, respect it so much as well, and love doing it as a fitness and, you know, as a hobby as well, because they see how difficult it is, because whenever you're boxing, like, you're not just training, like, you're defending yourself, you're attacking, you're trying to not get the head bleached to you, but you're trying to bleach the head of somebody else. Like, it's so many different aspects going on in the one thing. Like,
But when you have a big fight night then, and then you are, you know, in the arena under the lights, you know, there must be no feeling like it.
it is, it's a weird one, like, because, like, my last fight was obviously for the world title over in Boston, and did not go my way whatsoever. Like, was just not what I'd ever envisioned or ever thought was going to ever happen. Like, do you know what I mean? But everybody to this day is like, sir, best weekend of your life. But I, like, no, not in that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, we're sorry you got beaten. Like, sir, that was unreal. Like, I fucking missed everything. Like, I was in the hotel room getting ready for the fight, and, you know, you've your own wee routine and you have your own setup and everything like that there. Whereas, like, the crack everybody had in the bars before the fight, like, there's ones came over 3 or 4 days before, went into Boston for a few days, came up for the press conference, up for the weigh-in, and they were unbelievable buzzes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Did it go like?
like, flew in. Like, since I was that 10 years of age, like, I started boxing to become a professional world champion. Like, the Olympics and amateur boxing was never a goal of mine, because that's not what I watched on TV with my family or whatever. Like, I never watched that on TV. So what I seen was professional boxing, like, and that's where I, like, the first time in my life, I was maybe 8, 9 years of age. I was up like 3 or 4 in the morning watching Prince Nassim Hamed versus Marco Antonio Barrera.
I remember them fights.
And, like, I was like, I got, like, the hair started standing on me one time. The first time ever, I was like, what the hell's going on right here? Like, I was like, Jesus, I'd never got this feeling before. And that was what made me want to start boxing then. Like, I knew there was something there that just freaking lit up inside me, never pushed or never forced. But that was something that was like, Jesus, I want to give this a go. So since I was 10 years of age, to get to that world title fight, like, that's all I've ever wanted. And then for it to be gone,
Just like that,
just
for all
like
your
that,
hard
yeah,
work.
like, it was such, like, because even if you were told, like, right, you're 5 rounds down, you need a knockout here, at least you could turn around, bite in the goal machine and say, right, I'm going to try and empty this, man. Like, that's all I've left to do here. But I didn't even get a chance to do that, because when I got hit in the first round, I got put down in the first round and my jaw was broke. Like, didn't know the jaw was broke. My, like, all I could feel was just blood in my mouth. Thought one of my teeth or something was knocked out. So I can rolling the tongue in around my mouth, like, seeing my teeth all there. And I was like, bottom ones were there, gum shield was in the top, so I didn't know. And went into the corner and I just spat into the corner, like, into the bucket. And, like, you know, the wee ketchup sachets, like, pure thick blood coming out. Like, oh, it was rotten. But I still, adrenaline was going, and I never had my jaw broke before, so I didn't know what was really going on, but I knew something was up here, like. And I was trying to just probably survive and figure out what was going on in that moment, in that time, like. And and then the fight was over. Like, I didn't even really get to think, right, your jaw's broke, this fight could be stopped any minute. You need to fucking, you need to try and knock him clean out here, you know. But looking back now, it was probably one of the best experiences of my life, being over there, having the people that I care about so much there. You know, having everyone from back home flying over, you know, paying their hard-earned money to come over and watch you. Like, oh, there was nothing like it. Like, and it does kill me a wee bit to not have give them a proper show either. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if it had went fucking another 5 rounds or something like that, just something to kind of clutch onto and be like, a wee bit of something, but it didn't happen, and it was not out of my control, but kind of was, because I just got caught. That's boxing, like, these things happen.
Yeah.
And now, you know, just like, I move on and put it behind me, and kind of take the positives and learn from everything from it, and, you know, just center on now into the next one.
Center
No,
on.
that's right there. But as you said, learn from it and all stuff and move on. But as you say, people spending their hard-earned cash to go away, like that's done like all people really like.
God, was
Huh?
special, like,
I'm sure that was an achievement in itself, them getting to go over and experience that.
Of course,
If you, know,
like,
if you look at that, but
and
it's,
you don't see that at the time,
Like,
like,
I'll tell you,
do you know what I mean? But it was after it, then, you know, people coming up to me and chatting to me and everything about it. And look, that was one time. It was just a bit of a disaster, to be honest. Like, so, but as it says, best experience of my life that week.
Exactly.
10 days, you know, leading up to it, the training camp, overtraining with Tyson Fury in training camp and everything. Like,
class, eh?
it was an unbelievable experience. And then looking back on it now, look, you have to learn from it, you have to move on, and hopefully now there'll be another couple of big days out for the people around here.
100%.
You know what I mean?
You were saying about the arm standing thing. I used to watch Fat Ronaldo too when I was younger, and I wanted to be a footballer, but I just turned out fat.
At least you got one of them.
But
When did you realise that you were good? When did you realise that, fuck, you know, I'm good at this? Like,
Aye.
is there a moment that you kind of switched? Or did someone see, someone always like, oh, my uncle said he's going to be a boxer. But is there someone or some time that you knew that?
I think, you know, just in my achievements at an early age, like, my first year I was national champion, like,
Oh, sure, that's,
and, you know, you had the homecoming. It was very unprofessional.
I say that every week.
fucking concept.
I say that every week, Tim.
Switch that fucking off. It's yours.
My phone's in silent, there's yours.
Mine's in silent.
Down there, Carrie. Fucking.
I have the gloves, boys, you can start. I'll ref.
Put your phone in silent, sir.
Fucking vermin over the corner there. Saying,
Just don't open it, they always get it. But no, like, I suppose, you know, going and achieving that in my first year of boxing, like, I kind of, you know, I suppose you didn't know the extent of how good you were, but whenever you were coming home to a homecoming and everyone was getting together for you, and, you know,
But I thought if you were in a fight too early on in your days and you had someone and you just did 3 backflips and you were like, fuck.
well, like,
You know.
I think my first 5 fights, like, I stopped 4 of them.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
first and
well,
second round, like, which was a good thing and a bad thing, because it wasn't always going to be that easy.
no.
Yeah, I
know what I
suppose
mean?
Did you think it
you were
was?
expecting that, didn't you?
I was like, Jesus, I love us. Everybody's saying unreal, well done. And I'm just getting on emptying young fellas. Like, it was, you know, at such a young age. But then obviously as you stepped up and you went into like the national champ, well, it went the Northwest Championships. You won that, you qualified for Ulsters. You won Ulster, you qualified for the All Ireland, and that was a big one. Like, everybody wanted to get to the
All
stadium.
Ireland?
Like, everybody wanted to get to the national stadium, big ring, big arena. You just wanted to get up there, like, and then you get up there, then you fill the togs. Like, you know, like, all year you're right, well, so next thing you know, like, all the sizes I was boy one, I was 36 kg, like, and, you know, you look back at the videos and all this, like, you weren't even up to the top rope, like, you know, those big massive.
36 kg.
36.
Funniest French.
Funny
Funny shuts the dogs when he goes to the cinema and watch Titanic.
Well, you leave your friends at the house today, or?
Eh? You just leave that alone.
I'm telling you, sir, I'll need to get the gloves.
Get them out. Fair enough. Well,
Shouldn't have said that, Rick, no.
Cut that out.
Same Madeline.
I've wrote down there on my board, but don't tell anybody, why boxing. But when you were saying that you're watching them videos and stuff,
Yeah.
would that be, or even
yeah,
before that, I suppose, before that too?
Yeah, no, like, that was probably the reason why, you know, getting that feeling, like, you know, and boxing was in the family as well. So it was always something that was around me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And I suppose then, whenever I did go to the club, like, it was a very successful boxing club and people were achieving very highly at it and doing really well. So obviously you want a piece of that, like, Do you know?
Definitely.
And then whenever like it was my first year, the first 3 years, like I won Irish champion every year, and when you're getting that there, like it gives you that incentive to stay.
Very
Really.
confidence goes again.
You know what I mean? Like,
100% if you're doing well, you're not going to fucking.
oh,
you know,
So you're going to tournaments, then there's that Jason Quigley here. He's holding everything.
and
If you have that out, I'm gonna go
and then you've the target on your back.
No,
like,
man, it's just confidence is a massive
Oh,
thing. Like.
but I had my first 3 years, like, and as it says, these like I won everything around me, and then I got beat. So boy 1 is 11 years of age, boy 2 is 12, boy 3
All
is
right.
4. Then so my boy 4 year, then I was 14 years of age, like, and I was going through a stage as well in my life, like, where you're growing, and this was something like
Puberty?
wee bit.
what's that?
You know, so like you're going through all these, like your body was like going through so much, like at that time, and I remember getting beat like in All Ireland's, and like, geez, swear to God, if somebody tell you that was it, like your family's going to be taken away from you or something, like.
That's your career.
Oh, it was the worst.
Was this the first like proper defeat?
No, I did get beat in a very bad decision. One time down in Offaly, we went down to.
Put the video up there.
All right. Up there in the garden.
Oh, don't worry, I have it, but.
Text him there.
I have it here, hold on. So I remember I got beat, and it was for my club against another club, but it was down in Offaly, like, and it was our first like kind of away tournament that we went away to, like, and like this is like, do you know when something like emotional happens in your life? You can remember the smell, you can remember taste of things, you can remember things very vividly. Like I remember down there that night, I remember you know Tito King's crisp. Remember
King's
the
crisp,
King crisp?
Yeah.
They were just out. And everybody's ranting and raving over them because this place had them. I don't think we had them open on all yet. We're always a couple of years behind. We just got the TV in the year before that. But no, we got I remember the King's crisp, like, and I remember on the way home, like, I was devastated. It was a wee minibus we were down, and like I was just sort of huffing like in the seat, and you know. Then wasn't chatting and nobody, just pissed off, like, and probably bawled my eyes out a few times, like, and I was back up the road, and then you get home up in the house, and then the mother is a tea, and she had a big chocolate Swiss roll.
Oh,
And like I can just remember those things so vividly because I remember how devastated I was. I remember the emotion that was attached to that, and. Yeah, like that was the first time I was beat, and it was a sickener. Like, but it didn't really mean nothing because it was just a tournament. Like, it wasn't as if I lost the Donegal's or the Ulsters or the All Irelands. You know, but then I went in and into the All Irelands then 2 years later, and I lost like the first meaningful fight then really, and it was another kick in the stones. Like,
It's tight.
It's
not even that it's because I think of training. Like the training's tough training, isn't it? And when you put so much into something and then you get a knockback like that, but
like
I don't want to drill on all your fucking defeats here. Like I think we're talking about every beat you got this
It's kind of tight there, lad.
No, like it's
I was just thinking about that. It's your mum's Swiss roll. Like. I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, give the boys a shout.
Swiss roll.
But no, like it was. I like we chatting about the defeats and everything, but that's part and parcel of the game, and I think that's something that, like, you know, you have to look back on, and you look back on it now, and you're like, some of my defeats were the best things ever.
I would say
that's what they reckon.
Do you know what I mean? Like the lessons that I've learned from it, and you know the way that I've learned too that boxing just isn't everything.
But it's not. But you did get them defeats, and how far you've come now. So you know.
Oh, like,
you know, it kind of says everything.
Like, you can tell somebody, right, that a defeat is a good thing, and they'll be turning around and be like, "Oh well, he got beaten. He never went back boxing again."
Yeah.
Well, boxing wasn't meant for him. Like, if boxing
Will there be a lot of people like that? That you would know of?
Yeah, you know, like, I think a defeat can really make you ask questions of yourself too. Like, you know,
Probably in every sport, though. Do you think?
oh, every
Aye.
sport, like, it doesn't matter what, and it doesn't even matter in sport.
Aye.
A defeat and not getting a promotion in the
Yeah.
job you're
Aye.
in, or, do you know, like, searching for doing a job applicant into a place and not getting accepted, that's a defeat to people as
Yeah.
well, like,
Yeah.
because it's a kick in the teeth, like,
Give him a fucking
do you
balls.
know, it's these things are the things that really,
Shape you.
if you can, be honest with yourself in defeat. Do you know what I mean? Because when you be honest with yourself, then you're asking yourself the right questions, and you're thinking, "Well, fuck, I don't want that job anyway." Look, because he was telling me, you know, fucking
That's true, it is true, like-
good steady job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get stuck at 9 to 5, you depressed.
True, that is true. Like,
You know, like, if you can, you know, and it's a place I don't think that a lot of people get to. I don't want to get too serious or anything, but, you know, it's a place that I don't think a lot of people get to is, you know, do you know many people that can, say this room now is on its own, they can just walk in there and you can leave them in there, no phone, no communication, nobody coming in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours on their own, and could they sit in there with their own thoughts? Like, there's a lot of people can't do that.
No, can they fuck?
Do you know what I mean? It's a very difficult place because in life, like, we make so many mistakes, we do so many wrongs, and we beat ourselves up about it.
Yeah.
We're fucking human beings.
Human
We make
beings.
mistakes. If you can turn around to yourself and say, look, I made a mistake. I want to try and be 1% better today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you can, that's when you start being able to be at ease and be at peace for yourself. Like, and obviously, look, I've done a lot of this over the years, but it's defeats and stuff like that there can really shape you into the person you are. Like, obviously they can put you down a very bad road as well. Like, do you know, if you're not mentally strong enough, and if you're not getting the help that you need to, like, everybody fucking needs a bit of help, somebody chat to.
oh, I 100%.
You know, but no, the training, like, in boxing is hectic, like, and that's why people love it too. You know, if there's any wee screw loose in you at all, you love a bit of boxing. Like,
Exactly. You want to fucking hammer. And see if where would Jason Quigley be if it wasn't boxing or what? Wasn't black
Not
and
bad
white.
last, but actually, Park's nice wee fucking coat there.
It was a nice wee coat.
he just wants to fucking feel it.
I know, sir.
Feel
Horny, I tell you.
like in the arm. It's in Mondays.
Horny,
He had
Horny
a
Mondays.
feed of oysters.
Bit of Cabagra.
But where would it be if it wasn't for boxing? Hey, to be honest, and I was only chatting with myself about it. Like, probably in Australia or America. And I know I have been. I lived in America for 3 and 4 years, nearly over in America. Like, so, I've done that traveling, but I've never done like. That's different traveling and living away from home. Whenever you're training every day, you can't really go out and socialize. You're watching what you eat all the time. Like, you're not taking in the experience or the environment that you're in, really.
That must be everywhere you go when you're going to fight. Like,
100%. Like, the amount of places that I've travelled, like, and I mean, some of the biggest shitholes you would ever see. I remember we went to a training camp in Ukraine one time, and it was rough. Like, we went in this, and it was like an old haunted place that you would see back in, like, I don't know, 50s or 60s. Like, and we were in there, and the Irish team were away with, like, and, you know, we went down into the toilet, boys, and the toilets was just this hole in the ground with two kind of, like, grip things where you just put your feet there and you just squat.
Shut up.
I remember, like, obviously, we were all teenagers at the time, and not a lot of us would have been away from home either, like, and we thought this was hilarious, like, like, we were like, geez, we know the toilets are, like, it was wild crack, like, and I remember too, like, when we were over there as well, we got this tea one time, and it was the nicest tea I've
where is it?
ever-
Because
Oh, it was like, but it was black. It was black tea,
dirty.
but it was very sweet. Like, it was something like when I have a cup of tea, you kind of need something a wee bit sweet with it. But this was just done everything in one. Like, and I've never,
Jesus.
I love tea, like.
I've never really
You
got
want
to.
to use 2 book of flight? I'd say the woodworm had teeth over that place you're on about, sir.
I'm taking a shade.
The cockroaches and sunglasses over there.
We just want to say a massive thank you to Sister Saras for sponsoring episode 15.
The guys have actually very kindly put us up here. We're actually broadcasting our show from in here. We're only after dinner. The food was absolutely beautiful. I would highly recommend the lamb shank. If it's on the menu, beautiful. Jason Quigley actually says he never tasted steak like it. They have a whole brand new menu on there. The place is looking great. So if you're about, pop on the Saras. And again, thanks again for sponsoring our podcast.
Welcome back to episode 15 of the V&M podcast. As you see, Jason Quigley here and some book on the right hand side of me here. Funson, I think his name is.
Part 2.
Part 2. Fancy a wee announcement here. We're in Sister Saras, folks. Great wee spot, to be fair, with a lovely bite to eat. And Jason ate just a steak and no chips. Got me to shame. Eh?
No, as Barry says, we just want to say a massive thanks to Sister Saras for putting us up here and class hospitality. Even though we room around here is class.
These are actually real.
We're out in the yard.
Or I think we're outside actually. We're about count. These are real apples. Can't touch them because they're just in the middle of. Wait a minute. I keep looking in there for the camera.
Ripen, they're in the middle of ripen.
They're the middle of the ripen now.
No, but we just want to say we have a giveaway. The Sister Saras have very kindly given us a meal for two in their beautiful bar and restaurant here, and a bottle of wine. And Jason very generously has given us a signed pair of. Actually, Marty got the gloves. Jason's going to sign them to give away as well. So that's a class giveaway. So keep an eye out on our Instagram, and we will do a wee giveaway on that. All right, Parek, is that all right? Because you're giving out to me all night about a champ. Oh well, you would have travelled, didn't you? When you said you would have been in America,
Australia.
Aye.
Just working like out there.
Aye, like I'd love to have went out and just like I'm a wild man now. Like I'd love to get in. Like I think because of my traveling, like I love to get in and just meet different people. Like, do you know what I mean? Like just like, cause just so many people, so many different personalities and ideas and thoughts and things that like you go over there thinking one thing and they completely just show another aspect on things. And you're like, Jesus, like, it's not the same as what I was thinking the last 20 years. Like, I think I'm a very people's person. Like,
yeah,
I love chatting, love having the crack, and I think I would have done a lot of traveling, like a lot more traveling in terms of outside of boxing. Do you know what I mean? But I think it must be like I've been boxing since I was 10 years of age, so I don't really know another side of Jason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what kind of person I would have been if boxing hadn't molded me to the way I am today. But I think there would probably been always a competitive side of me, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like I would probably always get into sport somewhere or another, or get into some sort of competition. Like, but like I love the Gaelic. And sure, if you'd have went to Canada, Boston, New York or Australia even, like you're always going to get around that. And thing when you travel, like, and I did notice this even in the boxing, like no matter where you go in the world, like there's a pocket of Irish community somewhere.
100%.
Like,
you're fucking right.
100%. Even if they know it or not, they'll always tell you, like
100%. Like, and
stand out a mile away, to be fair.
Definitely. Like you could just remember, like, so I lived in LA for 3.5 years, nearly 4, and just lived right beside Santa Monica. So a lot of J1ers would have came over and worked at Santa Monica Pier and the restaurants and all and over there. And like you'd be going down Venice Beach days, you'd be like, there's Paddy over there, like the big white socks, the vest, the
White socks and the sandals. Siobhan, get that wine in, would ya?
my heart stop on them.
But no, that's great. Like but in terms of like, to be honest, I always thought like maybe I would have got into maybe like football or something like that there outside of boxing. But the last couple of years, I've probably just liked more, maybe not being so competitive, maybe, and chill and enjoy,
laid back,
being
old Jason, old.
Do you know what I mean? Aye.
Not so disciplined.
Aye.
Or less.
Aye, just a wee bit more easy going. Like,
what other sports do you play? Do you even play any other sports?
GAA.
I know you play a bit of GAA.
When I was younger, like I fucking anything I could get my hands on, I was like football, Gaelic, hurling, tennis.
Everything just a sportsman.
Anything was on the TV.
And darts. Oh,
Are you one of
Once, aye. On the TV.
If the darts was on the TV, you go for game of darts.
Oh,
If the snooker was on, you go down to snooker hall.
100%.
The Masters, you go
was
like
actually
golf.
was that, sir.
Oh, like,
Is everybody like that?
I would say a good lot of people actually. Do you know what I mean? Like once the Wimbledon be on, like you're out with the chalk out in the tire, chalking out an old tennis court.
Tennis court there.
Fine tennis.
You buying rackets
No
there.
net or nothing. Like you just
Hitting stones with
That ball was in. Nobody beside you.
Did I see you playing with a golf fair one day?
I started playing a bit of golf.
Did
Like, I was a good friend of mine, John Levy. Like we would have in summer holidays at school. He was a great golfer. Like he still is a great golfer, and we would have went up in Balfane Starter Golf Club. Like I went up with him and had around 9 holes when I was younger, but never really properly played. But then in summer, like became a member and all, and started playing it properly. Like. And jeez, that's addictive. Oh my god!
Play it that
I spent 4 days a week here on last summer, 4 or 5 days a week.
That is
I mean,
unreal.
But do you know what? The weather here's a massive part, like a massive part.
I was over. I lived over.
I
in
keep them
America.
elbows down. You're gonna get your.
Hey, how many of I'm loose?
You left them elbows again, you get knocked out.
Oh no! If you have to elbow this time,
Don't you worry, I'm on. I'm no pints.
But no, like I was over in America there for the summer. Me, April and the wee girl, we went over and we lived over there for about 7-8 weeks. So that was in the summer, like, and like just the weather from golf and tennis. Like we're about 6 streets away from Venice Beach, and like every day, like I just jumped on the bike and cycled down.
Muscle Beach. Is that Muscle Beach?
Yeah.
You do well there, Vinny.
No way. White men can't jump.
No,
Remember that? Like that's where all the hustling, all
Oh,
the
hey.
in Venice Beach, and there was a basketball Venice. What was it called? Venice Ball or Venice something it was called, and it was on every Sunday. Like, and you go down and all the lads like basketball and like all the boys. There's actually an MC, like a proper MC. You know. All the boys with nicknames and everything like us here, like
just like a mountain falling.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Is that the strip with the woman with a fucking thong right up there?
You
see it on the TV, you know, the roller?
that's
and
the roller.
that thong was straight up there, fucking starfish.
The man gets roll rat, man.
That's what I'd wear, but
You'd say, I'm not
gonna you get some attention.
never been to America.
And that is called, and there's actually a place like just for people on rollerblades, and it is the best vibe you will ever. We just used to sit down and watch them. The music was like jazzy, chill vibe music, and it was just and the sun was shining, beach in the background, headers all around the place. People just not giving a shit, like just absolutely free as a bird, and that is probably one of my favorite places to go. Like, just cycle, people watch, chill. You just do whatever you want. Like nobody pass the remark.
Some difference to here, isn't it? You walk down the street and you blink 3 times. There's somebody's like,
oh, what's wrong with that? Boy, I have 3 blinks a day.
That's not even a fucking lie.
He took a tenner out of the bank, like. What's wrong with him? Nobody's 40.
You're 5.
Everybody knows everybody's business in this space. That's it.
And don't get me wrong, look. Obviously, that's not probably a very nice thing to like about home. That side of it.
Nah.
But like,
Everybody's a nosy bastard.
I'm missing home big time too.
Obviously.
It's
always
home.
Like home's home.
You know,
everyone like.
and like we were chatting earlier on, so like no matter how well you do or how shite you do, you're getting slagged. Like,
100%.
you know, that's the way to say we're buddies. Like, is flagging you.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like if you go away and you could achieve absolutely everything you set out to achieve, and you'll come back home to the lads or wherever it is you're from, and you'll be like just slated, like
100%.
Slated, eh?
you know, and it's fucking brilliant.
You're like homebird. What's your mommy's favourite dinner?
Oh Jesus! Used to make mince balls and soup. And it was like the longer it sat, like see the third day.
Oh, right.
I just matures.
It's kind of like the Boxing Day dinner after Christmas Day is nicer.
If you let us fucking sit, it's like a curry. It's second day curry. It's like a fucking.
Or pizza, cold pizza next day. I don't do that. But
I do eat a cold pizza. I wouldn't be a wild big pizza man, but nah, mommy's home dinners like that. You were saying 3 days. What, the stew in a fucking
mince balls and soup.
mince balls?
So it was like obviously
Like a white stew. So,
yeah, but
white
like,
stew.
just
Eat from the
throw
outside,
mince
huh?
balls- Aye, unbelievable.
Because it's cooler than outside.
Never heard of it.
A load of
Sounds terrible.
3.5 bottles of ketchup on it.
And a nice bit.
And
Meatballs and soup. What the fuck is that?
It's like a white stew. Big meatballs and fucking red sauce all over it.
Dirty.
Nah, no red sauce.
Brown sauce.
Brown sauce, nice. I love brown sauce with like
Bacon sandwiches.
with like a shepherd's pie or something like that. There.
Oh, you're the one
You
of the
know,
mince boys.
Aye,
Brown
yeah,
with the brown.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, like a wee bit of red on it, to be fair. And your eyes fair stinging with the tomato sauce. Like, the fuck?
Just chatting about that. See, like, lead up to a fight or whatever. What's the diet kind of crack like?
It's strict. Like,
Is it tight?
you know what I mean? Oh, it's like everything that you put into your body is accounted for.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
weight, everything like that. You know, it's
But you eat loads too, do you? Or just
Well, like only recently, probably last couple of fights, maybe I teamed up with Don McGuire up in Balbuffet, like lad I went to school with and everything. He's his own gym and everything up in Balbuffet,
Right.
and all into like
Nutrition.
nutrition and the bodybuilding. But he's clean athlete, like never takes any juice or anything like that. There,
No
he's,
protein or nothing.
he'll
Whey
take protein, just all your natural stuff that you'll get. Like
Yeah.
he's a natural athlete.
Just protein and
aye.
heroin. And
We shots.
Coke?
But just, no, he definitely doesn't.
cut that, Jim. Cut that.
But no, like he's all like everything's natural with him. I don't know what the name is on it, but natural bodybuilder, natural athlete that like that. And I remember going to him like, and I was eating maybe like three meals a day, and you know there were small meals and they were dry, there was no taste, no nothing off them, like, and you were drinking very minimal water, like, and then I was having like 6 weeks out from one of my big fights, like, and I was like, sir, I'm struggling a wee bit of weight here, like, any advice or what's cracking? He says, start drinking 6 litres of water and add 2 or 3 more meals into that, I'll send you a thing. And I was like, what?
Three
So
three
he-
on top of 3.
Aye.
6 meals with
Aye,
6 litres of water.
6 litres of water. I was like, no, I need to lose weight, lad.
You'd be pussing like a donkey and heat, sir.
100%, like, and
A donkey and heat.
I
Clicked it,
But right enough, 6 litres. I'm doing 3 litres there at the minute, like,
Aye.
and that's tight.
But like when I'm training twice a day, and there's heavy sweat sessions.
You're heavy sweats, well, I'm not.
You know what
really.
I mean?
Well, I'm training. No, don't get me
You're-
wrong.
you're- You're
I'm starting to get a bit of shape now, so I am, but no.
Sweated a lot last year when you had that Chinese mate.
Shut your mouth. I am fucking getting fit, to be fair, but no, 3 litres is tight, like.
but everything that I do is the pink Himalayan salt. Do you know
Oh,
what I
that-
mean? So
I
you're,
use that
you're,
around
you're
the
loading,
house,
you're
do you?
loading the salt onto your meals as well, which holds the water in the body and everything. So like if you're drinking 6 litres of water a day, it's pushing it straight out. Like, and it's taking the good minerals out of you. There's loads of different wee aspects to it, but yeah, like so on the diet, like Don kind of changed up the diet and everything and made things just so much more tastier and not leaving myself with long periods of freaking
Starvation, eh?
You know, times I was freaking full up, like didn't even want another meal.
Oh, yeah.
And I was eating it, and like first week and a half we were on that, or first week we were on that, I lost 1.5 kilos. Like, fuck. Do you know what I mean? I was like, jeez,
A lot more energy and all, too, I suppose, eh?
and just mentally.
Oh, I.
Mentally is the big
yeah.
one.
You get funny as no. What? Number?
But
Just why I see, I don't like. I don't like. I had on a diet plan when on COVID. You would see me there, everybody in the house stuck. But I was working, but I was out working, back in the house, out working, back in the house, and as everybody put on a bit of fucking pound like on over COVID. So I did a online diet, and your man sent me the eating plan, and I was like, lad, I need to lose a bit of weight here. The fucking eating it, there's like 5 meals a day or 6 meals a day.
like there's a lot of prep in it, like
Serious amount of prep.
You know, April at home, like she's a massive help. Like,
Oh wait,
you know,
you do fuck all of them, you more or less.
oh, I just go to the gym and land back.
Nah.
Happy days. But then when I'm up in camp now, in all fairness, even when I'm in camp, like So say I head up on Monday morning or Sunday night or whatever, she'll have like 3-4 days of meal prep done.
Oh,
for me.
that's class.
Do you know, and
That's the jokes.
that's
No, my own's good at prepping too. That
That's-
is
that's
half
the
the
game
battle.
changer, like-
If you didn't, you're going to drift like.
that's us in the good books.
She's my own very good at it too.
No,
Hey.
mine's is better, sir.
But as you say, it's like having that done because you say you want to get petrol and you see a jam ball staring at you. Hey, Jason! Jason! Here! You're sitting there.
Oh,
hey,
honestly, if you say your name
Yeah.
once, bang.
I've seen that boy and done given before. Here, Jason.
But that's
Here.
another thing
In
too.
there, knife.
Aye, that's another thing when you were saying that the amount of things now you can get that's so low calorie and actually good for you.
Aye.
Because as I say to you, shout out actually the OG coach there who I done it with online. Fucking brilliant.
Look at him
coach
now.
Fucking God forgive you. I kind of fell off the wagon over you last wagon. You're out there, lad, are you? I'm actually going back with 80, I think, and the thing. Don't know why, because I'm such good shape.
No, you're in good shape, by for a
But
dwarf bodybuilding.
no, but what I was saying, see what you're on about jambons, Jandy, there's so many stuff out there now that you can get that's good for you with low calories that you that was in.
But be careful, like, you know, see these stuff with low calories, they're filled with pure,
Sugar and shit.
like, not your bad sugar, like, down sweeteners
Nah.
and flavors and, you know, acidic fucking cocoa and all this crack, like, it's like, sometimes I looked at the back of some, like, real low calorie stuff. And I needed a fucking dictionary to see what some of these words
But
were.
when you
like.
see 79 calories.
Oh,
like,
bang.
bang.
Oh, straight out, like, do you know what I mean? You're like happy, right? And, like when you're hungry and stuff like that, you don't even want to look at the bag. You
I
don't
know.
care. It's only
Okay.
79 calories, just banging into
Eat the
you.
box now.
Junky needles flavour. Fuck's that.
But no, the diet's like, do you know what? But it's a thing that, like, I think, like when I was at school, like when I was maybe early teens, like, you know, when I was dieting, like you're going over the town with your own lunch, like you were kind of like, people were like,
Look at that
only
fucking
for I
luck,
was
yeah.
only for
Like in the 4 lights and stuff, and you were sitting with
only
a few
for I was doing well, like people would have probably maybe been like,
some boy.
like I remember I used to, so we had our 10-minute break at school, like you had your lockers. I used to like tuna sometimes the 10-minute break, like, and I reek out of my locker.
Marty's breath now.
It was tight, sir. Do you know what I mean? And I just think back, like, how I didn't get picked on. Like, I suppose maybe it was the box.
That's what I was thinking. See what we're on about. Doesn't matter how good you are, where you are, if you achieve all your life goals and you go back and somebody's they never slag you, I'd say, because they just get uppercut the table.
Somebody split you with a fucking corned beef sandwich. Shit, Sam, that's Jason. That's what it's funny, Joe. I'm Stanley got there.
I was different now with his view.
But no, like it's but what I was saying, like diet now, like I think, you know, see young people nowadays, like it's starting to become cool to eat healthy and to be in shape and
Go
all
to the
this.
gym,
Yeah,
it's
that's,
massively cool.
Whereas like back when I was growing up, like it was getting cans and going up the woods.
Yeah,
That's right.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
That's
They were
true.
the cool people.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like
Aye.
people are like, fuck yeah.
I know.
Like, you know, if you
That's
if you have
true.
a match or something, and I know, like, obviously drinking's heavily involved around the Gaelic, like, but you know, I remember like back in the day, boys coming in like still half tanked for a Gaelic game, and all like, oh, he's
Yeah.
like, look at him, boy,
Look,
he's got fucking 1-2 today, like, you know.
Right.
Play better.
Aye, but I think like nowadays, like, he wouldn't even get on the team, and nobody
Yeah.
would like. We were like, what the fuck, yeah.
That's
Like,
true, hey.
do you know,
That
and,
is true.
it's so good, and there's always a downside end though.
Oh.
You know, like, because everybody's just trying to live up to this perfect image on Instagram and stuff like that.
With your fake, like.
Do you know what I mean? Like, those,
They go on
like,
with it.
you don't have the six pack that you have on Instagram, do you?
No, they go out with their chest out, they're all
doesn't have
smiling.
Instagram,
They're
either.
like off camera and they're fucking depressed then.
100% though.
100%.
He doesn't have it on Instagram either, by the way.
Eh?
That holiday.
Well,
But as you say, that's really, really true. Like nowadays, for a teenager or anyone to go to the gym,
not too bad.
like it is cool. But a milk seeping out here.
That's sports bra you want.
That is it.
Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. I'll just do it now in case I forget. Is there any way you could hit him as hard as you can in the face?
Stay sad, sir.
Hi lad.
On the temple then?
I tell you
Temple
this,
then.
though, I only do boxing when I'm getting paid for it, boys.
Oh, hey, what's your revel it? I'll revel it, Yannick.
What's your evidence? Take quotes.
Jay Quick Cash.
I'll eat your plastic.
Oh, fuck.
I asked this to everybody. Why do you keep going on the fucking mic, you tube, you? What is your munchie nights like? What do you like to get?
Oh, I love Manchester nights. Like, big fan. Don't do it as much as I used to. I suppose I'm trying to stay on that.
Your favourite takeaway and what kind of munchies you get? I want to know right here, right now.
Right, so like if I'm going treating myself, like say once a month, you get a nice treat or whatever, and then's my go-to.
And then?
And
That's it.
Chicken tikka masala, garlic naan, pili rice, papadums, onion bhaji, the whole plant. Unreal.
Who's that for the family or yourself?
That's just myself, lad.
Once a month, you fucking deserve it.
And but I don't even get it once a month. Like, you know, I'm just saying. But that's me go-to. Like, and then top class, I've actually kind of went more towards chicken balti recently. A lot more flavour. Like something.
The balti is nice.
Tikka masala is like a creamy, heavy kind of taste, and when you're eating so good after a while, and you eat something like that,
Well, thank fuck you. Thank fuck you.
Smell his farts.
Thank fuck you did. See, you cheat days instead of saying, I had 2 rounds of toast and a jog, more beach. At least you said I had an onion.
I love like penny sweets, like your jellies,
And you lying and swirl to the max.
Sick too.
Like, and
just keep eating though.
And the only problem is with me, I don't do it as much as I used to anymore. And when I do it, like, I'll be sick as a dog after it now, like. You know, but no, that would be definitely my go-to. Like,
I'm going to bring this question in. We haven't asked anyone this before, and it's going to be a new thing, Park. What flavour of Pringles? This'll tell me what kind of person he is.
Jesus.
It's a tight question, that Park.
It is.
That's good.
Well done, Vinny.
Thanks.
Can you leave now and we'll chat on them?
I don't want to fucking sit on the fence with it. Like,
Aye, don't be safe.
no.
Don't be safe.
Like, the way to do it is if I went into a shop now and they were all lined up, to pick, I'll probably go barbecue.
Cut that, Sean.
Cut that shit.
Hey,
That's
I'm
fucking.
not
That's
lying.
a fucking horrible answer.
No, I'm barbecue. Well, am I?
I was always sour cream, always.
Too safe.
And then
No, barbecue.
salt and vinegar. I tasted them like
Prawn cocktail.
never tried them.
Did you know?
Cheese and onion prawn cocktail.
Cheese and onions, rotten.
They'd be sitting there like a.
There's a shop, right?
There's
There's a shop I was in. I'll say no names, right? But it rhymes with spar.
Rhymes with tire.
The sour cream and onion Pringles were dearer than the barbecue ones. Why is that? And I'm not even lying, that's true.
Well,
The sour cream fields and turkey or the rice.
Hey, that's
they
what-
disappeared.
Why is that though? Hey, the Pringles were different price.
well, like I suppose like anything. Why is all the fucking hotel rooms going up because they're becoming popular now? Like, must be the most fucking popular one out of them all.
Well, you don't see like a fucking Ukrainian standing looking for Pringles, like.
And I'll tell you
Probably,
what.
actually.
I'll tell you one thing, Jason. See if you ever leave the chips spaghetti again, sir, after that steak, you'll get a black eye.
It's the sun's.
That's the sun.
Well, you were looking.
You not see me looking at them. Look at the salt line and then me.
You were ready to reach for everyone. You were ready to reach for everybody else's.
I know, it was.
What's your favourite movie?
That's like
Series or movie?
series.
100%.
Suits at the minute, lads.
I never got under it.
It's not my favourite, like, but hook, line, and sinker.
What about Meghan Markle? Is that what she's on?
Meghan Markle?
Is that her now?
Aye, you're fucking right. Going with
Harry.
Danny DeVito's son.
Sounds Harry.
Aye,
Do you guys really?
I'm going to take a hand at me part.
She's in it.
Aye, she's in it, aye.
She'd make a dog eat concrete.
what the fuck?
So Suits.
Suits, aye, no, top class.
What's your
like,
favourite one?
favourite episode?
Favourite Netflix series?
Favourite Netflix series? Jeez, I loved.
Don't be safe either, like
no,
Breaking Bad or
no,
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
Loved, what do you call it now?
Yellowstone.
Oh, what do you call that one? It's
Eurotrash.
Beaches?
or they're robbing all the banks.
Money
Heist.
Money Heist.
Money Heist.
Unreal.
Never seen it, but it's meant to be good. Eh?
Unreal. Loved it. Like it's different. It's out there.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit of like different language, bit of everything going on in it.
Have you
And
ever
everyone-
watched Shitter?
Shit.
Not the film, the series.
No, Van Damme is in the film, is it?
No, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg guy, Shooter McGavin.
Watch the
That
series.
maybe like Sheer Boys. Let me get this out of golf.
Aye.
I'll carry if you can use it.
Up the fairway and one, Jason Quigley.
Hey,
What an awesome shot!
Watch that shooter. Very good.
Shooter,
Just watch that. That's
Aye.
very good.
No,
Yellowstone. Get on
Yellowstone. Do you ever watch The Ranch?
The Ranch.
Where your boy out of what do you call him? He's going out with Millie Kunis, Ashton Kutcher.
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh, lads, unreal.
Watch it.
It's like if you're kind of into that, country kind of. It's easy watching. 25 minutes. Oh, it was class. It's one of my
That
favorites.
Yellowstone, when we started watching last night, is 1880 something and then 1922 spin offs from it.
Oh,
The way
right.
before it, and they seem to be fucking brilliant too. Like, there's a load of watching it.
I did watch 1 or 2 episodes of it.
Not a-
And
yeah,
never
not
back
very
into it then again, like.
Favorite Christmas movie? Home Alone.
Elf.
Mm.
Like Elf.
We watched it over not so long ago.
No, what do you mean? That wasn't even wrong.
Harry,
It feels hey, it feels like Christmas was 6 months ago, doesn't it?
I don't know why.
That's mad. The years are flying on like fuck. Hey.
Jeez, I feel like Christmas.
That's what I said. When I watched it that not long ago there.
Not long now after by 2024 car.
Rabbit.
Just like a 24 plate runner, sir.
I was meant to say to you actually, I seen
A
that.
clip after one of your fights before. Your homecoming back here, and like, if that didn't make you want to box again, like what did I see? What did I see? Something I don't know where I seen it, but there was like a proper fucking homecoming. Like, did you win like a belt or what? Or like,
Danny Beal middleweight title.
Aye.
Over.
How
I won
class.
it over in I was in the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas.
oh yeah,
Beat Shane Mosley Jr. and that was a good fight. Like it was 10 rounds decision fight. It was a good scrap. Like
but how
Like even
like that's
it was like
what young is that what young fellas dream of like?
like it's.
Because the footage I seen was just fucking.
It was unreal.
unbelievable.
Like the town was lined like, and it was during the day. All the
Schools,
school
stuff,
kids, all the school kids was out lining the streets with their banners and
Brilliant, eh?
like it was something else. Like, and I think like that is like, after that last fight, like, I did a documentary and everything, and it all came out, and at the end of it, I kind of left it not really knowing whether I was going to fight again or not.
right?
Do you know what I mean? And then obviously, like after a fight, you're second. Like last thing you want to do is fucking box again. Do you know what I mean? But that's just an emotional attachment to the outcome.
Yeah.
And then I had a bit of time to sit with it, and you always have to do things for the right reason. Like if you don't want to do it, then forget about it.
Yeah.
Like especially boxing. Like if you're not interested or you don't have that fire in you to keep going, then you get the hell out of that game.
Yeah, right.
Because that's a dangerous sport. Like, and to be honest, I thought maybe like did I lose that fire for a while? Like because I was just so sickened like with the last one, and see just walking around the town like. And people saying, "Oh, are you going to fight again?" Or, "Oh, Jesus, there's more left in you." Or, there. "Oh, you have to fight again."
You
like,
have to fight
"Jeez,
again, huh?"
Jeez, I know you can't. No, you can't be finishing now. Like, sure.
Were you telling people that you weren't going to?
No, I says like I did tell a few people. I says, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not too sure at the minute. Like, because I wasn't like, but that's all that like really showed me that. I have a bigger purpose, like, and it's not that I don't have that fire. I do still have that fire in me, but the people from home, the people around the town, the people from Ireland, like, have helped light that again for me, like, by messaging me, and and I feel like I have an entitlement to them to give them another couple of big fights, like another couple of big exciting fights, and another couple of things to look forward to. Because I never really realised that that's what happened when I was fighting. And that's like, I'm not being big-headed or cocky or nothing about that, like, but the people like just love to have something to look forward to and somebody
exactly.
to support and stuff like that. And I honestly, genuinely feel now like after all the years of everybody supporting me and backing me, and traveling to my fights, and as we says earlier, spending their hard-earned money to come to them, like I genuinely believe like that I have to give, I have more to give back to them, and they deserve more out of me. And that's not the only reason why I'm doing it. They showed me that I still have a purpose left in boxing, and they helped me light that fire again.
Light that fire.
And that's fucking.
It's like it is crazy, do you know? And if I had moved away from home, I never would have got that. Like, do you know what I mean? And I am like, I do be at home majority of the time now, but I'm still always on the go. And we're away in America, a couple of months here, up in Dublin a lot of the time now as well. But yeah, they have really helped, you know, make my mind up really. And with that, like, you know, we will have a fight coming up very shortly now again. Like,
Good to hear. Good to
Are
hear.
you reveling the tickets on to me there?
Another, we kind of, I don't want to get down and out there and that there, but myself and Martin really try and push mental health in us. Why not? You know, we try and get men, especially men, to talk more, because I don't want to be nothing wrong with me. You know, men's are too hardy to talk here and there, but as you say, after a defeat, you say you're down and out, you don't know if you're going to box or anything, but you must have such a close family, friends around you. You know, it must be a very dark place. After working so hard your whole life, and then, as you say, not getting a chance to do what you really wanted to do on that night.
yeah.
But they must have had very close people around you.
Yeah.
To come out the way you're speaking now, that you can't wait to get back.
Like, if that defeat had happened to me 5 years previous, I'd have been in a very bad place. Like,
Why? Because you were younger.
because I didn't have that support team around me. I didn't
Right.
have the right people around me.
That's a massive
The
message.
reason that I have the right people around me now is because I went through so much shit. Like, years ago, like I moved to LA when I was 23 years of age,
Young, like?
and like leaving fucking Hills of Donegal, going to LA, like I was blinded by the lights, and you're at movie premieres, you were fucking at Lamborghinis up around Beverly Hills, like you were living this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I was living the lifestyle because, alright, it was good crack, right? It was good crack.
Obviously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was good crack at the time, but I didn't realise what I was doing. I was maybe being somebody that I probably wasn't meant to be.
Really?
And I was trying to fit in a place that I wasn't meant to fit in
At that time.
at that time. And I heard a lot of people doing that, fell out with a lot of people doing that, family, friends, my partner. And I remember going back to LA after a horrible Christmas and New Year, and I was on my own.
Christmas.
They're in the dumps.
And it was the worst time of my life. Like, and I was sitting in Los Angeles, beautiful apartment in Venice Beach, looking over the marina. Venice Beach, Santa Monica was just literally your backyard, and just bawling my eyes out, like,
By yourself?
On yourself.
because everybody thought, like, Jesus, Quigley's living the life. Look at him in LA. And I was posting maybe a picture up of me up in Beverly Hills the night before in a Lamborghini, like, and the next day I'm lying in an apartment on my own with a sofa and a TV, bawling my eyes out, like missing home, wanting to chat to somebody at home, like, because the time difference and everything was crazy, like, so at night time, when you got lonely, everyone was conquering in bed,
You want
like,
to text somebody?
and anybody you would get chatting was probably full rotten at the moment, 2 or 3 in the morning.
Family like it all.
But those were the times then that I really filtered out a lot of people, a lot of things, but most importantly, I had to own up to the mistakes that I made myself. Because if I hadn't owned up to those mistakes,
You'd be still in the same place.
I'd be still in the same place, and people would never forgive me. Like, you don't realise, like, that we spoke about this earlier, like, just between ourselves, like, you don't realise everybody fucks up, like, we're human beings, like, there's not one person on this planet yes, there might be plenty that says they never made a mistake or they never did anybody wrong. But no matter what in life, like you're always going to hurt somebody intentionally, unintentionally. You know, you're always going to make a mistake. You're always going to do something that you thought you probably knew maybe at the time was wrong, but it was a great cracker. I'll do it anyway.
yeah.
You know, getting egged on maybe by people and stuff like that. But it takes such a much bigger person to be able to stand up and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Like,
You fucked up.
that's my fault."
Uh,
And if you have the people, then they can turn around and say, "Look, you really hurt me," or "Look, I don't know if I can ever forgive you." All you can do is your best and say, "Look, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean this," and you need to live with the consequences of that. But see, when you can get that realization of, hey, maybe that was my fault.
that's the first start of repair. Is when you can apologise to someone.
Without a doubt, like.
Talking,
Because
like a talking, like.
nobody's gonna listen to you if you come back and start blaming them, because that's the automatic response to a lot of people
Fuck you.
is blame somebody else, because you don't want to. Like,
Admit
it's
it.
such a hard thing to admit
Oh,
that
aye.
you were wrong. Like, and it doesn't matter what it is you do,
Ah,
whether
no.
it's something really hurtful or whether it's a wee silly
Stupid
thing
something,
like fucking you broke a cup at the house. Jeez, no, that wasn't me. You're the
No.
only person in the
Hello.
house all day. Like, you know, fuck, wasn't me.
My skills? No. Your teeth or multicolours of red.
Big rainbow lips.
Rainbow lips.
But no, like I think, and it's so important, lads, and no, it's great that you are highlighting this and that you are getting like. I think it is very important, like for men to talk about, like especially coming from countryside, you know, country kind of areas. You know, it's always the man needs to stand up, needs to be the big earner, needs to be the man that there's never a problem. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
deal with this, I'll get this sorted, and you know, geez, don't you be worrying. Like the man takes everything. Like at the end of the day, says it again. Like we're human beings, we're not invincible. Like,
No.
Yeah.
and that's what makes it so fucking special. That we're not. If we were all invincible, you'd be boring as fuck. Like,
No, that's true.
do you know?
See, see when you are down in the dumps, what, like, there's punch in the bag, and probably everybody listening, what is your fucking go to punch the bag, or
Well, you see, I'm lucky that boxing has always been my therapy, and I don't know, was it a therapy for me, because it was all I ever did. Do you know, and boxing is a great therapy for anybody that's holding anger issues or that's, you know, getting down and wheeling that bag, like, and it doesn't matter what thoughts go through your head, let them out on that
Let
punch
it
bag.
out.
Like. But in terms of me, like, I got help. Like, I seen my first counsellor when I was in LA. And I don't know what I have seen a counsellor if I was back in Ireland.
it's funny
know what
that
I mean?
isn't it?
Yeah. I know.
Like-
That's.
Do you know, I think I was very lucky and blessed to be in a place where, alright, people knew you, but nowhere near the extent you're walking down the street. Oh, geez, quite
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
A counsellor, geez, he must be going through some shit. Do you know,
Exactly.
like, and that was that was probably easier for me, and as I says, I'm lucky, I suppose, that was an option for me over there. But I have to say, like, April was a massive part of it, lads. Like, you know, she
April's his partner, by the way.
But it's not. We understand that, because what you're saying about in that LA apartment, in your room, crying in front of when you have everything around you.
yeah.
It just shows that you do have such a, like, obviously April and your family and friends. You do have a close community
That's when
that can bring you where you are now.
That's when all that started to build for me. Like when that, you know, I really seen who was around me then for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Who cared about me.
Properly.
Do you know what I mean? And that was a massive turning point in my life, I think. And it wasn't easy though for a couple of years. Like even after that,
I would say
because
so.
every time you came home, like you weren't chatting to some people, and you know you didn't want to meet people and stuff like this. Like it's difficult. But you know, going back to what you were saying, like you know, I went and got help. Like I seen a counsellor. It really helped me. But when I look back and I say like, how did I get over a lot of that? Like how did I get over that and be able to get on with my life? Like, and it really was owning up to mistakes. Like I had no other choice to sit there and listen to Old Country Men. And like I remember like I would hate being in silence. I would hate being like always had the music on, always had to be chatting to somebody on the phone, always had to do something, because if a thought came into your head that you didn't like, whether it was about yourself, whether it was about somebody else, or whether it was just a thought that made you anxious or made you nervous, scared the shit out of me. Like see the thought of being on your own and these thoughts going through your head used to scare the shit out of me. And me being afraid of thinking of something bad made me think of something bad.
Yeah, it's mad the way
And then you made that thought so big and so massive.
Yeah.
And it was probably my counsellor that helped me kind of sit with it and be like, that's alright. Like,
That was kind of taking over a bit.
aye.
Yeah.
Once I sat with it and not welcomed those thoughts in, or not welcomed the anxiousness in me, but not give it the power to be like, oh jeez, I can't think of this, I need to go up and go, and you know, like I didn't drink when I was out or anything back then, and you know, I used to just party all the time, like just go out and party, like never drank, was just out having a great time, was always on time training, doing everything 100%. But I just loved getting out and being in music and noise, just blocking everything out. Like, but I was very lucky, I think, that I didn't drink back then, because it could have become something.
it could have been very
You know,
dangerous.
it could have been very, very.
Self-pity.
definitely. Aye, but no, definitely like chatting about it,
Oh, yeah. 100%.
owning up to mistakes, and understanding that you're a fucking human being. Like we all make mistakes, we all do things wrong. We hurt people sometimes. It's not nice to do it. But if you can own up and be genuine and be honest and be like, look, I'm going to try and be a better person tomorrow than I was yesterday, then
It'll be a lot easier.
you know you can really get on a good state.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Sorry, this is money bring us all down in the dumps here and all, but
Ah.
just,
Oh well,
it's not even that. It's just when you see someone like Jason that's in the ring slapping the head of people and there's fucking six packs hanging out of him.
Aye.
But they come in and talk like that, it's a brave fucking thing to do, and it's to get that message across. I don't think, I know anyone watching this, but especially from a Donegal man and very well respected boxer, they speak like that. It's very fucking brave, and it's such a good message to get out there. And just as, not that we would say, oh no, you're Quigley, a hardy bastard. But when people look at you, you're a boxer, it's a physical sport. It's, you know, you need to be.
They don't see that side of it. Look,
Aye, but it's
over in LA, but he's only after telling us that there's a different side to
It's
LA.
not that there. It's just that people will look at you and they think, Jason,
He doesn't have any mental preparation.
he
Like, and that-
nothing could harm him.
but that was
Know what I mean?
probably the biggest problem for me when I was in LA. Everybody thought that
You were grand.
Jesus, he's living the dream, like.
Uh,
And yes, I was maybe 20% of the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then the other parts, like I just wanted home, like I just wanted people around me, and do you know it was I like, and you're gonna post the good, nice pictures.
100%.
You just took the words out of my mouth. You were on about earlier on about Instagram reality, the Instagram thing. Like you were posting pictures of Lamborghinis and all, but you were actually in your apartment crying by yourself. It just goes to show you.
Post up a picture, tears tripping me, like.
It's
Do you know what I mean? And that's something, you know, that I look back on, and I'd be very conscious of that now, like. Do you know what I mean? I'd be very conscious now of what I do post and different things like that there, because I want to post things for the right reason. And I think that I have come to that stage in my life now where I'm not posting,
the doom and gloom. You're not, yeah.
do you know, and I'm not posting to be like, look at me and, you know,
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to impress people. Like social media is a big thing. It's a part of life now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's a part of my, I don't know what you call it now, but it's a part of my profile now. It's a part of it's a part of your life. Like it's, you know, you're in the public eye and people want to know party. It's a business now.
Oh,
social media.
100%. Yeah.
Do you know? And but I'd be very cautious of what I post, and I try to keep a nice balance there of posting, you know, your normal stuff. Maybe like then you be in Vegas and different things like this.
Yeah.
And you post that too, but I don't try to blow it out of the water as
Blow it out
if
of
look
the
at
water.
me doing this or whatever.
Look
And
at
then
that here.
aye, do you know what I mean? But yeah, social media can be a very dangerous place, especially for young ones. I think growing up nowadays, like, because, you know, like nothing you see on it is real. Like, you know, there's nothing you can
Did you get much do you get much? Not hate. What do you call it? Hate.
Haters.
What do you get? Hate.
Very seldom, and I think I'm very, very lucky. You know, like I never engage in it. Maybe got one or two in the past, but nothing like, never none. Like no.
You see some people out there that get fucking some stuff. You
But
wonder.
it really do. It really does. Look, you're going to get haters no matter what, but it really does depend on what way you put your stuff out there as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you are very out there and very, exposing yourself big time, you have to be ready for the backlash. Like,
But you get the fisherman too.
like
Oh, they want to bite like.
there's lads just freaking sitting having a few bites. Yeah, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, see, you get
Get
back
them
this.
wind up.
But then there's fucking. There's pricks that's sitting in their bedroom like making fake accounts, slating people, all for the fucking wrong reasons. And it's like one message you send some man, do you know what I mean? Like these bastards have no heart or no head on them. Like,
And it's these people that like you need to look at like the deeper meaning behind why these lads are doing it. Like,
that's what I mean. I know. That's
You
what I
know,
mean.
like,
We
what-
actually chat about that regularly, and we're like,
what have they gone through in their life? Like
has to
that,
be.
that makes them want to
Ah.
make up a
It's-
fake page to insult and to go through. That must be how low and how bad they're feeling themselves.
but they insult someone they don't even know.
It's like, and I'm very grateful that I don't understand it because it means I've never been in that position.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there was a stage where, and don't take us wrong, like, but there was a stage where like I was all like, oh, that hateful fucker, that, jeez, how can they do that? There's a part of me now that kind of looks a bit deeper and be like, I kind of feel sorry for that person. Like, what are they going through? But then again, it's still no reason to go and put somebody else maybe in a worse state.
I
than
know.
what he,
That's what I mean.
you know, it's a very tricky.
It's
Them cunts are lying in their room fucking wanking them deal and bastards. Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ, cut that out. Fucking to Emmerdale.
The dingles.
Look here, Sam.
The last song discovery there.
Look at the Burtner, boy. Look at the Burtner.
There's ATV news coming on.
What do you call
The feet start to come up,
What do
man.
you call the big? What do you call the big lad? Who must be dead. Like the big lad that done the news all the time on UTV or something.
Oh, that's right.
It's very camp, like wasn't
What
it?
the fuck do you call him, sir? Is he transgender?
Is he on?
Oh, that's CTV News.
Aye,
Boy,
aye.
what do you call him? Google it, chap.
What is it you call him? Aye.
Has he the white hair on him?
Aye. Is he on like maybe like an English channel now or something like?
I never seen him, hey.
Good morning.
I remember him, sorry.
Aye,
He used to always come
yeah,
on
yeah.
before. He used to always come on before EastEnders, no?
Aye.
Oh, you're chatting about April there. What's your congratulations? You're engaged to be married.
Yeah. Getting
I
married.
did not.
Aye. So
What's the plans? Or
Oh, you may ask April. No.
do you just show up or what?
Are you getting married in April because her name's April?
No, everybody's
Saying that.
Julian Simmons.
Julian Summers. that's
Julian,
it.
I don't know the second name, but Julian, 100% aye. That's
He's not getting married, Julian.
No.
No.
But wedding coming up now, and no, everyone says, oh, we're getting married in April because April's called April. And
Are you?
No, it's like it was the one of the free bank holiday weekends, like
Right.
and it was kind of coming into the summer months. So
No, are you getting married in April?
Oh, we are getting
right,
married.
right.
Aye, we are getting married.
What date?
The end of April,
Oh,
April
man, it's the
29th.
middle.
Aye, April 29th.
We're free.
So
at
it's
the moment, aren't we? Set us up and down the back of the room. Podcast.
so we're getting married now, and I heavily planning and everything now at the minute. We did our live food tasting there last night.
Nice.
Up in Jackson's, very good now. So I'm looking forward to it, actually getting a bit excited now. Like
Have you everything sorted, like band and?
we have the band all sorted, singers, all that crack sorted, and everything else now is kind of just the stuff. Gotta go get suits and everything sorted and everything now.
Stag do?
Stag do I like so obviously like I have a fight coming up now. It's going to be coming up. Hopefully there's going to be an announcement in about a week, 10 days. We'll have a press conference and everything to announce the next fight. So the fight is going to be running kind of close to wedding time and everything.
Oh shit!
So I need to make sure that I don't
Wear a helmet.
get the nose put on the other side of my face or no black eyes. Or
You
anything
just
again.
funny with that body sleeps straight away. So.
Yeah.
Also, West I do like I'm in training camp. Do you know what I mean? So we're trying to figure it out now.
Right enough. How do you work that?
We're trying to figure it out. So one or two maybe.
Up
we
to Klondike docking for fucking training camp.
Sparking water.
get all the lads in for a sparring section. Slade you at each other.
Somebody hits you a fucking shot in the temple, he's like a baboon's ball bag.
Hey, but that's mad, sir, that your fight so close to end.
Be close enough, but like
She will not be well.
Oh, good
no,
luck.
like she's. I have to say now, she's very good. She understands too. Boxing, like, it's been a part of my life since she got involved as well.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And you know, she's so supportive of my boxing career and everything that I've done in it. And she was so supportive of this as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like I was like, oh Jesus, how will I tell her? Like, you know, I was kind of maybe trying to drop a hint or two or something like this. And I remember mentioning one day, you know, geez, you know, possible fight date coming up. She's like, oh, a couple of weeks out or what is it? And I was like, she goes, oh, well, that's not too bad. And I was like, oh, happy days. Do you know what I mean?
2 weeks
Just a
before
day,
the wedding, man.
2 days before the wedding.
You know, but obviously, like, yeah, like, geez, I can completely understand. And like, I don't want to have to be worrying about a fight or nothing either. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy that the fight's before the wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So soon as it's all over, then you can go in and enjoy the wedding and not be thinking.
If that was after the wedding, it'd be always.
There could be something else going on in the head, like, you know, but.
That could be in the back of your head after the wedding, but your nose could be in the back of your head before the
I
wedding.
don't know what I'm going to say.
Touch wood, right? All the wood there. But what happened if you didn't get a shiner or something like?
Ah, sure, Jesus.
There's plenty of makeup artists out there, man.
I'd probably have to wank on a bit of makeup or something, wouldn't you?
Sir, I would not like to be you landing back after that fight. There, a shiner.
Are you
No,
bet?
well, I think like we're hoping the dates is falling in now. Like we're hoping it's maybe 2-3 weeks out, or we're not 100% sure yet. Like on the exact date, it's going to be locked.
You know what you
down.
should say at the press conference, Bush? No hitting from here, here, down, right? No face hitting.
Just body shots here, lads. Body shots.
Just go to your boy. Hey lad, I'm getting married. Come on, he's going. No, just go easy.
There's
now.
respect, but there's not much respect. They'll probably hit you a kick in the head.
But no, hey, on all fairness, very very lucky. Like and really excited for the wedding. I can't wait for it now. Like we've been together now since we actually. I remember kissing April at a teenage disco in the Limelight.
Limelight Lentis.
Limelight, Limelight.
No way.
Aye,
You probably went after the bathroom, 3 boys in the back. Well, guaranteed.
she saved me bathroom. She followed
But that's
Aye.
That's when she knew. That's when she knew.
Oh,
but
being put in the corner, pushing on his foot.
Us lying sprawled out, not us out.
Right?
but
The limelight Glenties, what a fucking
ladies of about
shithole.
15 or 16 never spoke or really batted an eyelid on each other then
Just,
for years.
oh, I thought
after
you never
then,
smoked,
like-
you just stayed on with a tongue.
Oh, probably was. Like, you know, but I
You go with my friend.
Oh,
that's shit.
That was the crack back in.
Will
Like,
you see her? What do you mean? I fucking see her from here, yeah.
I used to always go up and say, hey, my friend wants to know, will you go with me?
Right.
That was a good one. Just never used to get anybody all the time. Was in the corner, everyone drinking a can of Coke.
Doing that one,
And
eh?
a Kit. That one, dude.
you go with the can of Coke.
Okay.
You're practicing away, cunt.
For nothing.
Tongue cookie.
You won't bend to your pillow for 2 hours, shifting your pillow.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Like, fucking 9 years, I think, now we'll be together. Like,
9 years. Long time.
no.
Jesus, not before time.
Aye.
When did you engage?
Got engaged two years ago now.
And was she on to you all the time, hunting away about it?
Nah.
Or did you know that you wanted it?
I think we kind of knew there'd always be, you see, such got engaged.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, geez, very good. And then, like, after
Hard coughing away like shit the COVID.
after maybe a couple of them, I was like, I wonder is she hunting here or what's but no, like, it was always gonna happen. Like, do you know what I mean? It was just with boxing, you're always so busy, and like,
Yeah.
there was always something coming up with boxing, like, and as well, like with lockdown, any couple in lockdown, like.
Who survived it?
Like, you know that there's same as houses. Like,
Yeah.
you go through lockdown,
Yeah,
you gotta,
well,
like, and I have to say, like, I loved lockdown, lads. Like, I was always living out of a suitcase. Like, you know, you're home for a couple of weeks, a month, 2 here. April maybe come and see you, and this, that, whatever. But see, like, I remember, boys, when lockdown happened, right? I was painting the fence. I was power hosing the street, like stuff I'd never do. Like,
Everything to keep her happy.
you'd never catch me this, but I was coming in then, having a cup of tea, an old potato sandwich.
Nice.
I honest to God, lads, I was never as happy and as content.
Sounds nice, doesn't it?
That's fucking pre.
$1 million question is, see if you put salt and vinegar crisp in the sandwich, we're cutting all this.
I used to put mini sandwiches in, or minis.
You're a
and
dirty bastard.
Just for
Pickled.
hungover. And the
On a sandwich?
I don't
on
want
a
a
sandwich.
sandwich now, but
Too far.
minis.
But as you
Pickled
say,
onion
as
on
you
a
say
sandwich.
that, you can do so much about the house with a woman, but it's never as good as the woman's thing, you know what I mean?
Oh.
You're the whole house upside down, wearing a wee fucking bandana in your hair and everything. Next thing she comes on, hey, there's a cucumber stain behind the toilet. Huh? You know what I mean? There's her cleaning, you know.
But hey, that's
You cover behind the toilet. That's
Cucumber
all
stain!
you got, lad.
Cucumber stain, is it? You fuck up an alley.
Hey, that's so weird you say that, like, because every time she cleans, right, she's lethal at cleaning, but she would clean the whole house, right, and then leave the hoover in the middle of the floor.
Stop touching it, mate.
The hoover in the middle of the floor.
Like, she'd hoover the whole house and leave the hoover
And
somewhere.
that fucks you off.
Fucking knock her out, shop. Like Jason Quigley. But I don't know if it's my OCD or what it is, but that's pure fucking thranness out there, isn't it? You know, she could dust every shelf in the house and then leave the bottle of stuff in the cloth sitting on the fucking couch in the sitting room.
Yeah.
And you want to go and burn the whole house down. You know what I mean?
You did fuck off. That is true,
No,
like.
no way earlier I was chatting about chatting to somebody.
Where's number, will you?
You want to get looking down, punch the bags or something?
Punch his own bag. Alright. I'm lying at half one today with the fire on.
You saying you love lockdown too?
Aye. I know, I really enjoyed it, but I never
Never
had
got the time to do that, aye.
time at home, like.
349 packages a day I had to deliver.
Oh, Jesus, right, so
It
you...
was, it was
Jeez.
fucking like,
You're right, lad.
it was,
Any rare power, you still with it today, like, or can you say it? Like,
Aye.
any-
I'm still with him, but if you cut it all out, to be with the city, no, it's not, no, but
100% there is.
I have a good one.
see through COVID, man. See the likes, like see for you saying you love lockdown.
Aye.
See the likes of DPD and fast food, all the delivery companies, they love lockdown. They went from
Just get
Straight up, huh?
mental.
Aye.
Only way to get stuff. I was delivering stuff for chemists to private houses for people who couldn't come out of their house.
Oh, like prescriptions?
Prescriptions and
Oh,
tablets and
jeez,
stuff. Do you know what I
aye.
mean?
I
It's the
got
only
a-
way to get stuff.
I got a 5-piece romping rabbit set when I was with DPD. No, it wasn't my DPD. Cut that shit.
Toughish.
And I had it delivered to the house. The thing was busted, but I had to tape it up again. It was 5.
You ordered for yourself and
But I was delivering to the house, and the fucking husband came out, and I was like, stash, and does he know that's hers? What's going on here? And
in his house.
that's right, I was confused. I was like, what is going on here? He
You
goes,
see the new bit of smile on his
thank
face.
you. No, he goes, thank you, sir. One missing.
You have it in the
He-
back pocket.
Down the road, then. Pull it,
Cut that out.
you know.
Cut that out.
Jug on me. What's that noise? It's fucking clutch gone that jug. You pull the hang in your hole.
Oh, cut that out.
Jesus Christ, eh?
But here, sure, it's 1:45 in the morning.
I wanted just to wrote down there last. You were on about your fight coming up there. What can you tell us about that? In exclusive, so we can put it out and get free followers.
There's definitely a fight coming up, and I'm hoping that it's going to be one of my most local yet.
Yes.
Ooh.
Can you say under that camera there, you get us tickets, VIP ones?
Cut out that. Cut out that.
Concussion.
Please don't too much color at that.
Famous beach.
No, so you have a fight coming up there close to home, nice one.
Fight coming up, and we're fingers crossed we get locked in now that it could be as local to home as I've been in my professional career.
Yes, nice one.
I'm excited about that. And
Well, Sean.
Closer to home, the better for you, sure, the home crowd, man.
McConnell's Arch and Belfast. After a big change there.
The main street closed up to fucking traffic.
But I know, so that's plans now. You'll be heading back in now to camp this week, and ready now.
Flat rocking again. And you excited about going straight back into camp again now?
I'm excited. Like, I love the routine, lads. Like, I've been an Irish team since I was 11 years of age, and it was always like a structure and a routine, kind of very much like, you know, army kind of base. You know, like, you always before training, like, you were about to be there on time. Whenever you came out to training, like, you lined up in the line. You were told the session, what to do, what's happening, everything like that. Like, it was very structured, and I like that kind of a setup. I like that kind of a routine. Do you know what I mean? Just keeps me fucking head right, I suppose, and that's what I'm used to. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back at it, and then too, like, well, see when you're back on a diet and sleeping well, eating well, and you know, I've really tried to add that in, even when I'm not fighting there, like this last year or so. I've kind of added just a better lifestyle, and I added that in maybe a couple of years now, 4 or 5 years, but you just feel so much better, like. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Aye.
I was going to say that actually when I was saying, you know, an online diet plan. See, when you...
you haven't died that.
I was fucking 3 years ago. But hey, I lost 2.5 stone, 12 weeks. Park! Put it up there, shit. Park, put the video me up there. I want to actually...
But I don't know if you want to keep us on or not, Jason. Put it
Oh,
through,
Steve,
the way
I'm sorry.
You were
You can say
fake.
no comment if you want.
But you see before
Cut her
before,
down.
before a fight, see sex or say
Yeah.
is you're not allowed to have sex. Is that a big thing with testosterone? Is it right? You can answer it.
It's a myth.
It's a myth.
I believe that it's a myth.
It's a myth.
There's no scientific basis to say, like, there is, like, you know, obviously you're not having sex or anything like that, you're strung up a bit, there's a lot more testosterone in the body, and, you know, there's a lot more viciousness about you, like.
I was just going for this video, right? Did you know that you done a video for me one time? Not that kind of video, by the way. Get your fucking pants out of the gutter. I done a charity event for my cousin who had cystic fibrosis, and I done a golf event.
Golf?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
I
remember
was
this?
meant to come up and do the holes. Oh, geez, that doesn't sound like you do a few holes.
Were you?
Jesus.
No, you done a video for me first. Top of Mount Derrigal.
You're a woman.
Aye. Do you remember
Are you
that?
in the top of Mount Derrigal?
Aye.
Oh, jeez, am I not? Surely, hey. Hi, Jason Quigley here. Just want to wish Vinny
Park!
the very best.
Cut that up there.
Up there.
I'll say it, yeah. Park that up there. But no, it's just, that's weird. I just seen that when I was going down past
Jeez,
the...
that's class.
So thanks for that.
And do you,
I'll revel the money there, by the way.
hey, you'll have to get out and get golf in some stage.
100%, sir. 100%.
Get out and get the three of us and get Park filming. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Alright.
Park would play and get his.
That would be a good idea, actually.
Hey,
Get your
I'll
woman
be
to film it.
right.
Do you ever
Just
play...
film my good shots. You want a mini, like, just 2 or 3.
He videoed me one time, man. It was funny. He videoed me every bunker I was on.
Alright. Hey, we'll definitely do that then, lads.
Definitely, aye.
Do you ever play Letterkenny?
No, I don't know if I keep this on or not, but Ballyliffin there, they tell me land down, they'll take out for a ride.
Say I love that camera there. Get us down there.
If we got down to Ballyliffin, start that piece, and they would love that too for the exposure. and
Fuck
everything.
it. We'll get it up.
Camera down and then
Hey,
I'll
that'd
hold
be
the camera
top.
when you're
Did
hitting
you
the
ever watch
shot.
the YouTube stuff, Google Golf and all that there? Rick
Ah,
Steele?
oh,
lads, unreal.
He doesn't. He watches porn just a minute.
We should get iPro cameras. What is an iPro?
GoPro. You're definitely.
Get out, GoPro, be funny, sir.
I have to finish my video off my 12-week park. Park.
Your pre-COVID body, and then your after.
Red button there, right?
Yes,
Huh? Jason Quigley spec.
It looks like
boy.
a.
Jesus, sir, I wouldn't even recognize you
It
there.
looks like a Mexican paperboy, doesn't it?
Hey, all joking aside,
That's some going there.
that's 8 weeks.
Would you stop touching that mic, Sham? You're going to get an uppercut.
Park, that's the first time I ever put that up there. I actually put that up for all the
Did
guests.
up one time?
Hey, but all joking aside, that was 12 weeks there. And you're on about how you come out of the gym and you feel good after.
Aye.
See, every time I done the workout, sir.
But mentally, like,
That's great.
Even in the head. Like, even in the head.
It's what is it? Endorphins? Is it endorphin? It gives you see even coming out.
Endorphin! Where did you get that word out of here?
Pull that out.
Are you reading the dictionary?
no, no, no.
Split the back of his pregnant woman hand, sure.
Pull that out of Mother Teresa's fucking notebook.
He was reading the dictionary before he got up.
See, I go to the gym at lunchtime, you come out, you're just walking up to work and I'm going to
Bounce it.
headbutt the first doctor.
Joe used to be playing open hands.
We played a match, I played for Lagan, like, we played a match against Steel on Saturday night, and I showed the boys, we won 5-0 every time we hit in the centre. Couldn't close it, but I have got bloods and everything done for it. But the only thing, when you wake up at night, you have a Marvel wank. You think it's, you know, what do you call your boy? What do you call your boy? Turns big green buck.
Hulk.
The big green man, peas. Well, you're going to go too far there. Got a wee bit of run of blood to the head there.
What the head?
But I got bloods and all done, but it keeps swelling. I don't know what the fuck's going on now. It's funny, isn't it?
Like, and like one thing is too, lads, that like, you know, talking about the whole health and all that crack, like mentally, but see physically, like, see everything that you put into your body, lads. Like inflammation, what you're talking about there, like all comes from the gut, like.
Comes from the gut,
see
yeah.
your gut health, like, so important.
It's so important. It's good to get on that gut health taking hold.
Do you know what I mean? And like, there's people out there that'll say like, freaking, like this Greek yogurt or this certain thing is good for the gut, or you know, hot water and lemon or ginger and turmeric and stuff like that's all good for the health. Like, yes, majority of people that will be good for the health, but some people it's not good for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like people see this. You know, there's these people that do like take your bloods and see what you're freaking, what do you call it?
The kinologist.
What
do you call them?
Where are you getting all these words out of? Have you something written there? Huh? He's never said words again before, does he?
I'm bringing out the best of them.
Does he ask? That's probably the wrong word. Kinologist, to do your bloods,
what you're,
and you start out
allergic
your knee
to.
and start clicking. That's not.
But
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, so, like, it definitely, like the amount of foods that you can take that is an inflammatory and everything like that, without having to take tablets and all this.
Yeah.
Well, are you getting on?
It's actually right. Everybody out there, it's rag week this week, so
It's right.
Let's get a wee bit.
lock up your nephews.
Lock up your Marty Brogans.
Cut that shit.
No, but that's we better go because it's 1:15 in the morning. But I think we'll wrap it up with that. We just want to say a massive thanks to Sister Saras for putting us up on this beautiful
Outside in the garden.
Nice, beautiful.
Shit, keep saying that. But have a look at Sister Saras, folks. They have a brand new menu. Their food's unreal. We're only after eating a
Lovely.
big fucking meal there. But even for their events and stuff, for you want to book your party and all that, but their new menu and everyone here's sound as a pound hey.
And a big shout out to the big man here.
The big man. Thanks a
very
million,
much,
Jason.
come on.
Thanks for having me
That
on.
was brilliant.
Appreciate it now.
Some of the things you said there, fucking, you know, it's a fucking very good message to get out there. It's fair play to you. You know, it's a good. You know, we always say about this podcast, come on, have a laugh, but when we can put a wee bit of message out there to someone that maybe needs it.
And if somebody does want to come on and have a fucking chat, that's what we want. Get on and chat about your mental health. If you're down a bad road, come on and chat.
But if you're up a good road, come on and
Wanna
chat
chat
too.
too, yeah.
But I think we wanted John to have a fucking crack.
Aye.
Obviously, to meet you,
We
me and Marty.
touched everything there, to
Aye,
be fair.
and,
Bar.
They're just, it's
Bad
just.
myself.
As I said, the message me and Marty, what I push is for men to talk and from coming from yourself.
I know, well, fair play to you for giving the platform to do it as well, lads.
We're going to try it as much as we can. So, fair play to you for.
And when you're in LA, share all our platforms.
Don't forget about that around the golf.
No, definitely.
Definitely. A bit of crack, even if you filmed it and fucking put it up. It'd be a bit of
What do you
crack.
play off, by the way?
Only ever got my first handicap there, 21.
All right. Oh, you're a crook gun.
What's
crook.
that?
You play off 21, but you can hit it 900 yards.
I had a ball alright, aye.
Well, that's
But
okay.
still play off 21, like.
But see that idea off Ballyliff, and I think we could the drive down to the car, film it, like podcast it.
Aye.
The drive down, like there's a car, and we're just
karaoke.
chatting. Aye, and we're down there, and got our iPro goes on, and then even when we're on the toilet, we can put it on. But
No, that'd be a class idea, actually.
Aye.
We'll get something.
No, that'll be good.
Thanks for that, lads.
That'll be part 2.
That'd be part 2. Yeah,
Part 2, definitely. Keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out for Jason's press conference. Now you're stunting me words. You get a fucking Jason Quigley in the eye, bottom eyelid.
First of all, folks, we just want to, myself and Marty, we just want to say that we are in the You me fucked up saying that. What do you call it, Park?
The Granion Burt.
And Grizz.
Granion Burt.
We're in the Granion and Burt tonight. Is this going out on Friday, Park?
Tomorrow night.
Is this going out on Friday?
Aye, so it'll be tomorrow night.
It's not Friday night.
Saturday night. Is it?
Friday night or Saturday night. We're in the
The
Granion
4th.
Theatre in Burt on the 4th of February. We're special guest judges at Stars in Their Eyes for the Clay Community Hub. And we're actually looking really forward to it. Get your tickets now.
That's if I get a babysitter.
Get your tickets now quick because it's class. Really good event. And all the money's go to the Clay Community Hub to support everyone in Clay and their things. It's class. Have a look at it online. Also, next week we are in Derry. We're in with Jordan O'Keefe. Have a look at him on Instagram and Facebook and all. That's class. We're going to broadcast from his studio. We're really looking forward to that too. And again, to Jason, we wish you all the best in the future, sir.
Cheers, lads.
Best luck in your next fight.
Nice to meet you. And,
Pleasure, boys. Pleasure.
Appreciate it. And again,
And
thank you,
big
Park,
P behind the camera there.
for actually doing nothing, kind of. But
He's well fed, lad. Fucking Guinness.
thanks again, and we will see you next week, folks.
Thank you.
ALA.